Come on. Yes.
They was to do 5-6 rounds. Why you wanna do 5-6 if you knock him out before? If was the fight was over. The fight was over. Then more you do is just extras. Mike go home today happy.
Come and get me, Mike. Come on. There we go. That's it right there. Perfect. That's one. Good one. Nice. Go. Come and get me, Mike.
Let's go,
there
Mike.
we go. That's round yet.
Yes.
That's round yet. Let's go. Come on, Mike. There we go. Using those legs now.
As the fight of the year draws near, Mike Tyson is wrapping up his final day of training camp with laser focus and intensity, preparing for his face-off against Jake Paul. The atmosphere in Tyson's camp has been electric, with his team maintaining a rigorous training regimen that combines the power, speed, and technique that earned Tyson his baddest man on the planet.
Better to the body.
You right, coach?
Mike, tá well? Maybe need 10 seconds. Put 10 seconds there.
At 58 years old, Tyson's training has involved a blend of traditional boxing drills and modern conditioning techniques tailored to maintain his endurance, power, and explosiveness. His workouts include grueling strength and conditioning routines, extensive sparring sessions, and rapid-fire pad work to maintain hand speed. Trainers report that Tyson's intensity is as high as it's ever been, and his discipline in these final moments speaks to his commitment to this match.
He wants to be there. He wants to one more time entertain people. He's a fighter, but he likes to entertain people. It is what he fights for. He fights for all those people he can see in the street. The people come to him and say, "You are the people's champ." So this is really motivate him to be in the gym from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. every single day.
Physically, Tyson has adopted a regimen focusing on high-intensity interval training and mobility exercises to ensure he's in peak shape. His stamina has been boosted with endurance circuits and cardio drills aimed at preparing him for the fast-paced exchanges expected in the ring. Even as the oldest competitor in the fight, Tyson is showing remarkable adaptability, leveraging training tactics from his prime while incorporating updated techniques to accommodate his age.
We expect the biggest fight of the history. Why? Because we talk about Mike Tyson. We talk about Netflix, live on Netflix, something that never happened before. Things like that you just can do with a name like Mike Tyson.
Knowing that Paul is nearly 3 decades his junior, Tyson and his team have been meticulously strategizing. Tyson's focus has been on sharpening his signature moves, the powerful body shots and quick head combinations that once made him one of the most feared boxers in the world. However, his team has also been working on defensive drills to help avoid Paul's reach and youthful agility. Reports from inside the camp indicate that Tyson has been working on counterpunching techniques, expecting Paul to come forward aggressively. Tyson's camp wants him to exploit Jake's tendency to lunge, leaving openings that Tyson's power could exploit. Trainers have kept Tyson's sparring sessions focused on timing and movement, which will be crucial against Paul's reach advantage. The aim is to bring out a classic Tyson performance, maintaining high energy in short bursts to wear down his younger opponent.
Excellent, Mike. Excellent, Mike. You break him. Unpredictable. Exactly, Mike. Beautiful roll, Mike. Excellent. Excellent.
For both die-hard fight fans and casual viewers, this matchup delivers a spectacle like no other. The clash of a legendary heavyweight champion famous for his devastating power with a rising star who transformed from internet sensation to fighter is a storyline that feels straight out of a boxing fantasy. Social media is abuzz with training clips, promotional images, and fan theories, sparking conversations about whether Jake Paul's youth and reach can counter Tyson's wealth of experience and raw strength. However, a recent interview with Stephen A. Smith has given a glimpse into Tyson's mentality and preparations, and he has some bold words for his challenger. At 58, Mike Tyson is training with a fierce drive reminiscent of his prime, determined to prove he's still a formidable presence in the ring. In a recent interview, Tyson shared that he's been sparring for 8 rounds several times a week, relentlessly working to maintain both his sharpness and strength. "I feel in great condition," he told Smith, adding that he doesn't feel limited by his age. The former champ expressed confidence, stating, "I think I'm going to be able to handle the situation," alluding to his readiness to step into the ring with Paul despite the decades separating them. Smith probed Tyson for more details, eager to learn whether the former heavyweight champion planned to take it easy on 27-year-old Paul or was gearing up for a decisive knockout. With a sharp, unwavering look, Tyson didn't hesitate, replying, "I think I'm Going to hurt him. Yes, his words quickly reverberated across sports channels and social media, fueling a wave of anticipation and debate about the intensity of Tyson's tactics once the fight begins. The boxing icon has been honing his skills with Brazilian coach Rafael Cordo, emphasizing endurance and power in his training, leaving no space for complacency. Tyson reveals that his workout routine remains strikingly similar to his peak years, featuring daily sessions that blend sparring strength, training, conditioning, and tactical exercises. It's all about the basics, Tyson said. He added, "Give it everything you have 3 times a day." Although Tyson exudes confidence, he recognizes that Paul could adopt a defensive, evasive approach, using his movement to dodge Tyson's heavy blows. In a recent conversation with Mike Ducey from Fox 4 Dallas-Fort Worth, Tyson offered his insights on this possible strategy. "One don't see how he's going to fight by running all day," he said, almost dismissively, implying that he's prepared to adapt and corner his opponent. Tyson's team has recently unveiled glimpses of his raw intensity and training. A few days ago, a video emerged showing the veteran delivering a crushing blow to a sparring partner, prompting Coach Cordo to step in and halt the session. For countless fans, this footage reinforced the notion that Tyson is taking this fight seriously, determined to prove once again why he was once regarded as the most intimidating figure in boxing. As the fight approaches in just a few days, speculation among fans is rife, not only about the outcome but also about Tyson's future in the ring. Some are eager for a showdown with his old rival Evander Holyfield, or even a rematch with Lennox Lewis. However, Tyson's attention remains fixed on November 15th, determined to demonstrate that he still possesses the ferocious knockout power that cemented his place in boxing history. In New York, the crowd's roar was deafening as they rallied behind Tyson, their cheers reverberating through the air. When Paul took the stage, he was met with a wave of boos, his entrance drowned out by the hostility. In stark contrast, Tyson was welcomed like a triumphant champ, on his every step celebrated by the adoring fans. Paul, addressing the New York audience, told them to silence themselves and suggested they should be booing their own behavior. He then took aim at the city, likening it to Mike Tyson, claiming both were once great but had lost their edge over the years before, throwing in further jabs at the city's reputation.
"Hey, New York, shut the fuck up, New York. Hey, boo yourselves. Boo yourselves, New York. Hey, New York, New York, New York, you're just like Mike Tyson. You were good 20 years ago. Fuck you, New York. Fuck you. Dumbass Democratic City."
During the press conference, Paul seemed visibly on edge, having made a bold statement earlier in the evening vowing to kill Tyson. Though he acknowledged his admiration and respect for Mike Tyson, he made it clear that their friendship was over. Paul proclaimed that on November 15th he would knock Tyson out, proving himself the true victor. He described Tyson as old and insisted he would teach him a lesson like he would a son. Tyson affirmed his readiness to fight, sharing that he's resumed training after temporarily stepping back on his doctor's advice. He confirmed the bout is set and expressed confidence in his preparation. While he admitted to a brief setback due to illness, Tyson reassured fans of his recovery and current health. He emphasized that he's fully prepared and intends to let his performance speak for itself when the fight begins.
Good, Mike. Nice, 1, 2, 3.
A UFC legend recently revealed the substantial payout Mike Tyson is set to receive for facing off against Jake Paul. Initially slated for July 20th at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, the highly anticipated showdown was unexpectedly postponed in June. Later that month, reports surfaced suggesting a new date, November 15th, with Netflix set to air the fight live. In a statement, co-founder of Most Valuable Promotions, Nikisa Badarian, said, "Our team has worked diligently with all parties involved to reschedule this monumental fight to a date that ensures both Jake Paul and Mike Tyson are fully prepared with equal training time, as well as allowing us to keep the event at AT&T Stadium in the midst of the Cowboys season." Badarian further added, "We appreciate the outstanding dedication, collaboration, and flexibility of our partners at Netflix and AT&T Stadium. Paul vs. Tyson is the most cross-generational sporting event in history, and we are committed to providing fans worldwide with this unforgettable night of boxing, live globally on Netflix. We look forward to seeing everyone on Friday, November 15th for a showdown that will be talked about for generations to come." Paul went on to taunt Mike Tyson by making critical remarks about New York City, Tyson's hometown, at the event on Sunday. Paul thrived in the spotlight, provoking loud boos from the New York crowd as he confidently vowed to shock everyone when he and Tyson finally stepped into the ring. Tyson, on the other hand, kept his composure, casually answering questions from ESPN analyst Ryan Clark, who led the press conference. During their face-off, the former heavyweight champion even playfully gave Paul a gentle shove, adding a touch of humor to the tension. When asked why he would agree to a fight against Paul despite their 30-year age difference, Tyson responded, "Because I can. Who else can do it but me? Who else is he gonna fight to make this happen? We just gotta listen to the fact we got a YouTuber fighting the greatest fighter that has ever lived." The matchup has sparked intense discussions among fans, with many questioning the logic of having Tyson, whose age and reflexes are perceived to be on the decline, face off against a significant younger opponent. These concerns have only intensified due to recent challenges for Iron Mike, including a troubling flight mishap and a flare-up of an ulcer. However, Bradley Jr., at 40 years old, offers a different perspective, firmly believing that Tyson still has the ability to pull off a win reminiscent of his glory days. What drives this daring forecast? In a recent conversation with ProBox TV, Bradley Jr. proposed that a 2-minute round would allow the former heavyweight champion to fully showcase his explosive power. With a record of 56, Tyson could easily corner Paul, who holds a 10-1 record, and unleash a barrage of crushing body shots, overpowering him with relentless force. While many predict a victory for Tyson, there's a growing sense of unease about the prospect of him suffering a knockout loss. The once dominant champion seems far removed from his prime, grappling with issues like sciatica, hip surgery, and the difficulty of sustaining the endurance required for a professional fight. These concerns have even been echoed by UFC star Michael Chandler. Chandler stepped back from his analysis of Problem Child's last fight with Mike Perry, in which he was 4 inches taller than his opponent and had a 20-pound weight advantage. He told Lucky Block, "Now it's Mike Tyson, who is 30 years older. Mike Tyson's about 60 and Jake's about 30. I love Mike Tyson. Nobody wants to see Mike Tyson get knocked out, but everybody wants to see Mike Tyson catch Jake Paul and knock him out." The UFC fighter has observed Nate Diaz and Ben Askren's defeats at the hands of Paul, raising the question, could Tyson meet a similar fate? Only time will reveal the answer. In the meantime, it's clear that Teddy Atlas played a pivotal role in shaping Mike Tyson's early career, helping mold the 58-year-old into the boxing legend we know today. However, despite their long history, the 68-year-old Atlas has yet to include Iron Mike when discussing the greatest talent he's ever worked with. Tyson and Atlas teamed up early in Tyson's boxing journey, with Atlas guiding him through his formative years between the ages of 12 and 15. Over the years, Atlas has also worked with prominent figures like Shannon Briggs, Tim Bradley, and Michael Moorer. Yet during an interview with The Ring, Atlas surprised many by turning his attention away from Tyson and these other notable athletes, instead singling out Wilfred Benitez as his most exceptional talent. He said, "Sometimes you go to the Academy Awards and one movie wins all the awards. What are you going to do?" That would be Benitez. Anyone who could beat Roberto Duran amongst many other great fighters, that's a pretty good resume, I would say. Benitez overall was the package. He was a special fighter. Having ruled the heavyweight division during his prime, Tyson is often considered the greatest of his generation. However, the real intrigue lies in how the seasoned champion will fare upon his return to the ring. With the much-anticipated clash between Tyson and Paul set for November 15th, the two fighters are slated to meet at a press conference this Sunday ahead of their showdown. He claimed to be feeling great in a recent interview and vowed to beat Paul when they finally faced off in the ring. He said, "I'm looking forward to facing off with Jake Paul at Fanatics Fest in NYC. The countdown is back on. I'm feeling great and looking forward to knocking out Jake Paul on Netflix on Friday, November 15th at AT&T Stadium in Texas." At 27, Paul views his upcoming showdown with Tyson as the realization of a lifelong dream, but he has no plans to go easy on his idol. Paul has made it clear that the fight will be nothing short of a nightmare for the experienced champion. He said, "After eating Mike Perry as an appetizer, I'm ready to go for the main course on Friday, November 15th to fight the biggest, baddest boxer ever is a dream come true for me, but it will be a nightmare for Mike Tyson." After a 19-year break, Tyson's comeback to the ring highlighted his dedication to both personal growth and career goals. In contrast, Paul appeared to be more driven by excitement than strategy, leading fans to wonder if he's revealing too much of his vulnerability, despite his recent win over Mike Perry. As the much-anticipated showdown with Tyson looms, Paul could be feeling the pressure of stepping into the ring with a legendary figure. When Tyson made his entrance at the press conference, the crowd erupted in a massive cheer, while Paul stood his ground, adopting a more confrontational stance. In an unusually combative mood, Paul stiffened at the pro-Tyson cheers, snapping at the crowd to shut up several times, revealing a rare crack in his otherwise assured demeanor. The problem child, who openly backs former president and longtime New York resident Donald Trump, proceeded to label the city a stronghold of liberal politics, alluding to its established status as a Democratic stronghold. Tyson, the legendary former heavyweight champion, dubbed the baddest man on the planet, soaked in the crowd's adoration, choosing not to engage with Paul's provocative banter. Staying true to his word, Iron Mike delivered a straightforward warning when they step into the ring this November. He plans to treat Paul like a son and give him a lesson in discipline.
Well, I've been training for a while, like 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
I'm just asking when you get into camp.
I'm okay to fight.
But when you get into camp, like when?
I'm in camp right now.
Very good, thank you.
I'm in camp right now.
Thanks very much.
Thank you. Soon as I catch this guy, because he's going to be running around, but as soon as I catch this guy, it's going to be totally over.
Over, though the title of the baddest man on the planet harkens back to his final professional fight in 2005, Mike Tyson's legendary presence was undeniably alive and well as he received a hero's reception at Fanatics Fest NYC in Manhattan. Coming from Brooklyn, just a stone's throw across the East River, Tyson's arrival sent shockwaves through the ecstatic crowd, a testament to his enduring influence and undeniable power. Tyson remains a magnetic force, his presence commanding attention wherever he goes. His arrival in New York sparked a sea of onlookers, yet when it came to the business of fight promotion, he preferred to let Paul carry the burden. Now, at 58, Tyson passed on multiple opportunities to verbally tear into his opponent, opting instead for vague, unconvincing retorts when the time came. He delivered a stark warning to Paul. The upcoming bout would be grueling and relentless. Tyson made it clear he planned to end the fight decisively, urging Paul to be in peak condition, as his well-being would depend on it.
Be in shape, be in good shape, because your health depends on it.
As the two came face to face, the 58-year-old initiated a lackluster pushing contest. Just moments earlier, Paul, boasting an impressive 10 wins in 11 professional fights, had confidently proclaimed that the skeptics and opponents he's faced in the ring had shaped him into the modern-day version of Muhammad Ali. Paul said, "I'm the anti-hero. People will love me soon enough. When you're at the top, people are clawing to pull you down. That's the way the game goes. He's vicious. He's a killer. I know all these things, but I will prove all the haters wrong." In the meantime, British fighter Alois Jr. voiced concerns about the potential for Mike Tyson's upcoming bout with Jake Paul to be called off due to health risks, given Paul's considerable youth advantage. There are worries that Tyson could sustain a severe injury during the fight. Jr. told TalkSport that he believes the match may be stopped to prevent any serious consequences. He expressed, "I think he may get stopped, to be honest with you. He is just too old. Your body has declined too much at that age. His boxing legacy will suffer if he is halted in such a manner by Jake Paul. I wouldn't want to see that at all, but who knows? He was one of my idols. If the fight ever happens, we don't know. I just wouldn't like to see that." Tyson Fury, exuding unwavering confidence, is certain that Tyson will emerge victorious over Jake Paul in their highly anticipated showdown. Inspired by the iconic Mike Tyson, Fury is firm in his conviction that the former champion will claim the win. In a recently rediscovered clip shared by MMA Read, Fury passionately emphasized that age holds no significance when Tyson delivers a punch, as his knockout power is as lethal as ever. Fury expressed unwavering loyalty to Tyson, highlighting his determination to stand by him in the upcoming bout with Paul. He explained that carrying the same name as the boxing icon only strengthens his resolve to back Tyson wholeheartedly. Fury also recognized Tyson's ongoing support for him, further solidifying his commitment to Mike and wishing for a powerful knockout to seal the win.
Listen, if Mike Tyson hits anybody, don't care if he's 90, he's going to knock him out cold, isn't he? It's I am Mike Tyson. Obviously, I have to back Mike Tyson. I'm named after the legend, and I back him. As he always backs me. I'm backing Mike for the knockout. Come on, Mike!
The boxing community is divided over the impending fight, with many people worried about Tyson's safety. Paul is still determined to take on the 58-year-old despite this. After beating Perry, he said, "He's tough as nails. I'm sorry it took so long. Respect to Mike Perry. He's the king of violence. He's the BKFC champion. I hit too hard. He took a lot of damage, and that's a W for me. I expected that, but I did put him down in the first round. He just survived. Mike Tyson, you're next, big boy. Sign the contract." Paul spoke with great reverence for Mike Tyson, hailing him as a colossal figure in the world of boxing, alongside legends such as Ali. He described the immense privilege of the opportunity to face Tyson in the ring, while resolutely stating his intent to seize Tyson's title. During an interview with Fight Hub TV, former undisputed heavyweight champion Vladimir Klitschko weighed in on the much-anticipated showdown between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. Klitschko called the fight exceptional, emphasizing the striking difference between Tyson, a seasoned boxing legend, and Paul, a younger, driven YouTuber who's quickly making a name for himself in the ring. He viewed the showdown as a powerful inspiration, not just for Tyson, but also for those in his own era, and eagerly anticipated how the bout would play out.
Right, Mike Tyson at 58 years old. What do you think of this fight?
Well, that's also outstanding as this fight in Riyadh. Mike Tyson at his age is facing a YouTuber that is much younger and hungry and capable of boxing as well. So it's going to be a good example for people that are at Mike's age.
Yeah.
It's also actually a good example for me to keep on punching, so to speak. Hopefully, I look forward to that match as well.
Whispers circulated, with many believing Tyson's age posed a hurdle to the continuation of his career. Yet Klitschko confronted this notion head-on, contending that age is nothing more than a mental block, a limitation we impose on ourselves. He argued that the key to conquering any challenge lay in mastering the mind. Klitschko encouraged others to see age not as a real barrier, but as a mental one, urging them to press on with unwavering determination, regardless of the years behind them.
How do you think that fight goes? A lot has been made that, Mike Tyson might be too old for Jake Paul. Obviously, like you mentioned, Jake Paul's coming from a YouTube background. Do you think he's too old? Do you think Mike will still get the knockout?
You can only be too old in your mind.
Yeah.
If you control your mind, you control everything in your life.
Wow, that's great advice. And just final one from me. Like you said, Mike Tyson still fighting might be a little bit of a lesson to you as well. Is there any potential of a comeback with a lot of people coming back?
There is no comeback in the sport.
Yeah.
I've been asked about Last Dance.
Anthony Taylor, who once squared off against Jake Paul, is now gearing up for a highly anticipated clash with the iconic Iron Mike Tyson. However, as concerns about Tyson's health mount ahead of the fight, Taylor is urging the boxing legend to reconsider stepping into the ring, echoing the same careful decision KSI made to prioritize his own safety. He said, "Mike Tyson is a lamb to the slaughter. He should follow KSI and save himself a concussion against Jake Paul. Mike Tyson needs to take a leaf out of KSI's book and pull out of his fight against Jake Paul. I've worked with Jake behind the scenes, and trust me, you haven't seen what he's capable of. Tyson is a lamb to a slaughter." However, a new training video has emerged, showcasing Mike Tyson's intense preparation for his upcoming fight against Jake Paul. At the age of 58, Mike Tyson still possesses astonishing speed. Incredibly, his hand speed outpaces that of today's reigning champions, such as Devin Haney, Javon Davis, and Terrence Crawford. What is the secret behind this enduring agility? Tyson's rare blend of lightning-fast reflexes and raw power sets a standard that even the best current heavyweight fighters strive to achieve. Want to check out some of our other videos on the screen if you enjoyed this one?